Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading, which is on the a soulmate reading. So we've got 4 different piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So make a selection now: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. And you can make more selections if you want to too, because there could be a combination of personality characteristics, but do whatever you feel intuitively is the best thing to do. All right, so pile number 1. All right, hello, pile number 1. What do we have here? We've got the Queen of Swords, the World, and the Judgment card, and the Fool, and the Page of Cups. So it's somebody who is, I'm hearing that they have a good heart, but they've got a lot of different conflicting characteristics. So the Page of Cups and the Queen of Swords are almost conflicted. So they've got a almost a disciplined sense, where they're always like the very sense of like they're just like they're very goal oriented. They're very goal oriented, and basically they're oriented towards a particular goal, like very goal oriented, but they've also got sort of a sweet emotional spiritual side, and they've also got a side that's very almost adventurous, that's like always up leveling and up leveling to a different level, if you will. So they've got almost like it's almost like it's like they're the type that would have 3 different groups of friends, and basically whoever, like, they would know a different side of this person. So it's very multifaceted, but they've got a sweet, like, emotional side to them, and it's sort of like and it's sort of like interesting. It's like this person may have a lot of sort of defense mechanisms, is what I'm hearing. They're like, it's like they're almost different. They're very success oriented, but they don't like being like unsuccessful, I'm hearing. So they may have like a bit of insecurity to do with always wanting to have success, and they don't like to be wrong, I'm hearing. They don't like to be wrong about anything interesting, but it's sort of like they've got almost like, yeah, like a very, let's like expand on the Page of Cups. 4 of Pentacles, it's like they have like a sweet emotional side, but they kind of hide this. Like it's sort of like they have a lot of defense mechanisms, because they're afraid that somebody, it's like they've got this fear that someone's going to take advantage of their good nature. Like they almost like their sweet sensitive side. So they're very, because of that, it's like they made a choice between being sweet and sensitive, and they'd rather be very accomplishment driven. So that may be the side that you see to them at first, very, very accomplishment driven, and it's sort of like one side of them bleeds into another side, like basically the Fool, they're always moving forward with something very goal oriented, and they're always trying to up level, but it's sort of like candy these sides of their life up level, right? It can, these 2 sides, and it's sort of like they're always on the go, so very disciplined, very motivated is what I pick up with. But it's sort of like this side, they're almost embarrassed of their sensitivity, and they tend to be sort of haughty when like they're kind of like they're when they feel somebody's going to invade their sense of space, their space or their emotionality, they tend to be kind of a little bit, not the word pretentious, but sort of like protective in some way. And they kind of like to go, like they kind of are a thinker. Like I'm hearing they go to a particular room to think. Like they like their own space. They've got a social side. They're kind of a mysterious person. Like I know I haven't got any sort of mysterious cards, but they're kind of a mysterious person. Like very, like I'm hearing they have a lot of different sides to them, but you'll discover those sides as time goes on. So yeah, a mysterious person too, with some sort of success driven, which is good. Like they're not lazy. I'm hearing they've really got a lot of goals, career goals. They may have like 3 very important goals to them, but yeah, they're like, and then we've got pile number 2. What do we have for pile number 2? We've got this okay, pile number 2. The 6 of Cups, Temperance, 2 of Swords, and 6 of Pentacles. So I'm getting that this is a very shrewd person, somebody who's very they're almost like they're very shrewd about what to give their attention to. So there's somebody I'm hearing, it's a funny thing to hear, but they're very what I'm trying to say is like they're very shrewd, almost like very spiritually disciplined, and but they're also very cognizant. It's like they've had to like overcome a lot of things, maybe even some childhood trauma, and they're trying to heal that and move beyond that. But they're just it's like they feel kind of some sense of not knowing what something is, but they control that. It's like they by being very controlling, it's like they want to gain their life by being shrewd about what they pay attention to. So okay, what I'm hearing is like, okay, what they eat and what they imbibe, and I'm hearing, it's interesting, I'm hearing that they've yeah, they've gotten rid of their, it just popped into my head. I don't know. This is like, I want this to be YouTube friendly, but we'll say their corn habit, their habit, their like they like to up level their energy, and they were kind of, maybe they had some alcohol stuff like issues, but they also had a corn habit, and that's all I'm gonna say. I want to keep this YouTube friendly, but like a habit, like they were watching too much corn, shall we say, and they stopped doing that. I don't know, that may not resonate for all, but it just popped into my head, so I had to say it. But I think that's YouTube friendly. I use another word for it. So yeah, and they very much guard against frivolity. Like they're almost very serious. Like they've got a very serious, but it's like they take everything seriously, so that could be a good thing, right? They take money. Like they're very good at what they really want to know. They're very shrewd about where they put their money. So where they put their time and attention and their money. So I'm hearing they consider it a compliment that they almost see a lot. They've got a mild bit of paranoia, but it's not in a bad way. It's like, because I'm hearing they've had a lot of emotional energy that they want to, like it's a good energy. Like they feel very morally upright. It's sort of like they want to make it's like they have good, well aligned values type thing. They have very well aligned values, and they were watching too much corn type thing, so they stopped doing that. It's like they've almost got Virgo energy, like very kind of shrewd, kind of that kind of energy, like very but it's like they're a little bit that way, and I don't know. It could be something else, but it's sort of like what I'm hearing is they've had like kind of a journey inwards, and they've had a recent up-levelment. So attracting you into their life could be part of their And I'm hearing that they'll feel very fortunate to meet you. They'll feel very fortunate to meet you, but they're almost like, they're almost paranoid of any of the vices that they've had. It's almost to an extreme. But mind you, they may have gone to an extreme, and they really, like temperance, it's like they're really trying to up level and heal their life. So it's almost they're too, like, I'm hearing this, like, if I slip, everything is going to go to, like they kind of have this underlying fear of, like, losing their house or losing something. They've got that, or even being a loser or losing something. They've got this sort of, and I feel that they're waiting for you. They're waiting, but they've kind of got this energy of kind of a Virgo energy, but it's like they take everything seriously, and it's like they may need to know how to relax and know that, okay, if they fall off, it's almost like they feel that if they fall off the wagon in any area of their life, like everything will fall apart. And it's like you may want to reassure this person that, like, it's like almost this all or nothing thinking. Like, it's like if they eat one chocolate bar, their diet is over. If they look at one, like, picture of something or whatever, corn or something, their entire, like, everything is going to fall apart. And we need to reassure this person that they've almost got this dire perspective of, like, if something wrong goes wrong, everything else is going to go wrong. But they feel like they have a dedicated energy. So that's a positive thing. They've got almost a dependable energy to them. So not a flighty energy, but it's almost like they're so afraid of being flighty. It's like they're so afraid of their demons that they kind of, like, they've kind of got an interesting energy. Like, they've got an interesting, and I find it a positive energy. I do like the energy, but it's like, it's like they feel that they may need to know that things can be all right, and if they mess up once, everything is not lost. Like, everything is not gone to Hades. If I don't know what is appropriate words to use on YouTube, but yeah, so that's all I've got. An interesting energy, but yeah, they may need some reassurance, but they have a nice dependable energy, which is positive. Sorry, I just hiccuped. I'm gonna turn the light on. So yeah, pile 3. Wait for a second. I need to turn the light on because it's getting to be dark. I'm filming this at night, so okay. All right. So yeah. Pile number 3. I just need to turn the light on because I'm losing sunlight. So pile number 3. Let's see, what do we got here? Pile number 3, we've got King of Swords, we've got 3 of Swords, we've got 5 of Cups, and they've got Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. I think I might need some clarification for this. Didn't I pull that for... Okay, sorry, Okay, interesting energy. So we've got... It's sort of like this person. Let me get another card, and then I can sort of clarify this energy. Oh, no. Okay, I'm seeing this person's a very independent person, but maybe a little bit too independent. This person feels like they're just a little bit too independent, and that's just what came to mind. But they feel solid though. They feel it's just like I feel quite a bit of emotional pain though. Like it's sort of like and I pulled out Malady, right? So this person may have a lot of emotional pain. I'm hearing this is kind of the person who's always smiling and sort of pretending that everything's away. Not what it's like they don't want to be a burden. That's what I'm hearing. They don't want to be a burden type thing. And it's sort of like they don't want to. They want to be like it's almost like they want to feel useful, and sort of let's see what else. But it's sort of like, let's see, what are their positive characteristics? So I'm guessing there is positive. I'm hearing this person's a very reassuring people to. Okay, this is what I'm hearing. They're very reassuring to those around them, but it's like they can't reassure and calm themselves. But it's like they have good reassuring. Yeah, they're good with the Four of Swords and the star. Like they've got very almost calming. It's sort of like they've got this mix of masculine and feminine energy, like this energy of being interesting. So they've got this mix of a masculine energy, um, and okay, interesting. These piles, a mix of masculine. Like they've almost got everything together in their life, and they've got this feminine energy, and it's like it's a positive energy that's like, I'm hearing the word popular. This person's quite like popular with people, like with both males and females, because they, yeah, and then I put an interesting, and I put the Queen of Wands card. So it's like they're very popular with, but it's almost like they don't really, like, it's almost like they don't know if they're like, what I'm trying to say, like I don't, it's kind of like they don't know, like it's kind of like they have this it's like a habit. Okay, interesting. It's like a habit to, their persona is like a habit, and they don't know what to do with it. They've got a nice popular persona, but it's sort of like they don't know how to, like, to integrate it into society. They don't know how to and it's like there's a sense of grief because they don't know how to be society. And it's sort of like they kind of have different aspects of themselves, but they don't know if people will accept them behind their facade, or they will take down their entire life. Interesting. So yeah, it's like you may be meeting this person in sort of like an interesting soul reflecting period time of their life, and it's sort of like they're trying to they're trying to become an expert on their life. And I'm hearing that this person could be I don't know if you know the Myers-Briggs, but they could be an INFJ. They could also be an INFP. That's an interesting, if you want to look up the Myers-Briggs, that's what I'm getting, an INFP or an INFJ. Or in some cases an INF. Oh, I can't remember all that. But that's what I get. Yeah, INFP, INFJ. I don't know all the types, but I kind of have a rough understanding of my type and some of the cluster types, the different, or there's different clusters of the type. Anyway, but that's what it may not be relevant for anybody, but yeah, they have INFP and INFJ energy, and it's sort of like or some mix of that, and it's sort of like they don't quite know like what to like, it's almost like there's a state of people may not know what's going on with this person. They may like, it's sort of like they don't know what the facade is and where the person begins. But let's see, what's another positive character. So let me go to another card deck over here. Let's see, because I said that this person has positive attributes, but let's see, what else do we have? So okay, what other positive? I've got my other card, my Sonia. Okay, work with devotion. So they're very devoted. They're very devoted to the people in their life. So work with devotion. It's like they have a sense of, I'm getting that, like, they're a golden retriever type energy. But I think their negative side is they kind of focus on other people to the detriment of themselves, which is very much an INFP, INFJ, and INFJ energy. So it's like they may have a trouble facing their shadow, but the positive side is they're very devoted, which is a positive thing. But yeah, INFP, INFJ energy. yeah, you may want to take the Myers-Briggs test yourself. It's kind of an interesting thing. Wake-up call. So, yeah, they may be getting a wake-up call in some way, but it's sort of like they may be almost like they can't be so devoted to other people. Interesting. And just as I said that, I said they can't be so devoted to other people. I heard the creative no. So this person, it's not like they're, it's not that you wouldn't meet them and think that they're weak or spineless, because they're not. They don't have that energy, but they do actually have trouble saying no, or kind of sometimes having boundaries with people, which is kind of an INFP, INFJ trait type thing, I believe. But it's sort of like, but they wouldn't, it's like, it's sort of like they, yeah, like they just, but what's another positive attribute of them? Okay. Let's see, make a plan. So they're good at planning, and I'm hearing in certain respects, they're actually good at planning. But let's see what's other, okay, becoming, but their negative respect is they're not always a clear channel, but they're good at planning. But they could be working on becoming a clear channel. So that's positive, or maybe you'll help them become a clear channel or something like that. But yeah, it feels like a positive energy. So, yeah, it feels like a positive, and I'm hearing they can be a little bit stubborn as well too. But it's sort of like, it's sort of like, yeah. Pile number 3. Pile number 4. Let's see, what do we have? We've got pile number 4. What do you call it? We've got pile number 4. This beautiful rock here. Very gorgeous. You can see that. We have the last but not, finally not least pile. It's last but not least. The Hanged One. So I'm hearing this is a very interesting, unique person. That really goes inward, and they've got yeah. This feels like a positive. I like the energy of this pile. They kind of go inward, and they may be interested in like aliens. They may be interested in like some very out there topics. So I'm just getting this is a very unique person, and I got two. They're quite. They could be, I don't want to focus on physical, but they could be quite good looking too. But they're kind of interested in some weird things as well too. And it's like I'm here. Okay, what I'm getting at is that they like delving below the surface. They really enjoy delving below the surface. And oh, interesting, 5 of Pentacles and 5 of Swords. And what I'm getting to that is they're not afraid to go where the darkness is. So this person, I think they're very unafraid. Very bold and unafraid, but I'm hearing they may have like some tattoos too. But yeah, it's like they've got an interesting, like they're very bold. Like it's interesting because it's almost like they've got a pretty boy appearance, but they don't match that. If that makes it, like they quote unquote like a pretty boy, metrosexual, like classic, good looking appearance, but their personality doesn't fit that, and they're really a unique person that's very, very complex, and people are almost interesting. It's like people are very drawn to this person, or they're intimidated by this person. They don't know why, because it's like they don't have a menacing appearance, but it's like almost something's unique, interesting, erotic. So they may have sort of I don't know if I like what triggers, I don't know. I want to avoid, I don't think that's a trigger or anything for the, I want to monetize all my videos and everything, right? But, like, it's sort of like they've got almost an interesting energy, like a very directed, like almost an energy of this nature. But it's sort of like people are intimidated. Even they're friendly, they seem friendly, but it's sort of like people almost sense that there's something like something almost below the surface. That's what I get from this card right here. It's sort of like there's something like beneath the surface, like what lies beneath, and and people, and I'm hearing that sometimes people, it's like this person carries, they could be a starseed, they're probably a starseed, they have an energetic cord to, but also energetic, they kind of, they trigger, it's like they, okay, this is what I'm hearing, like most people get along with it, but they trigger about 4% of the population, and they cause like anger and anxiety in people for no reason. I'm hearing, like, I forget what it is called, but certain people have these kind of codes where like, yeah, they like the people sort of like they feel angry at this person for no discernible reason, or anxiety, but this is only a small section of society. I'm hearing that they trigger people, so it's really interesting. It's almost like they could have some really weird energetic attachments, but it could be a positive, like normally energetic attachments are considered bad, right? Or normally are normally considered bad. Like normally energetic attachments are, you know, you hear that it's bad, but I'm hearing that it's not, in this case, like it's actually a positive. It's like they're connected to other realms, right? And they may even have enemies, like that for in other realms. But yeah, like they like their, and it's like they have a certain posture, a very almost sparkly energy, really, really, and it confuses people. Their energy confuses people. I'm hearing, yeah, the energy confuses people. So it's sort of like fascinating energy, and we've got that, and it's like, but it's a balanced energy. I hear from the Justice card. It's sort of like this, sort of complex and yet balanced energy, even though it shouldn't be balanced, but it is balanced. Fascinating, and I'm hearing. Okay, I'm hearing another one. I think less final message. It's like you'll know them by their eyes. You'll know them by their eyes. Fascinating. You know, could be a certain piercing expression or a certain energy that's exuded by their eyes. You'll know them by the eyes. Okay, that's all. Thank you. I hope you have a terrific day. Bye-bye.